Let's take a look at what happened with Tesla today. So we are down $10.89, 3% down, closed at 350.73 post-market. We seem to be going down further and further by at least 53 cents down, 63 now, 65, this is not looking super good, not because of this changing post-market, but because of what happened on the chart. So let's take a look at what this means on the chart. So last Friday we stopped right smack on support, 360.65 support. And that support was used as resistance in the past. In November, this was stopping us. And then once we have a break of that support on December 5th, so you can go back to my December 5th video where I told you, oh, this is a buy. Tesla is moving above 360.65. It's closing above. The candle has completed on the daily chart. This is above. This is a buy. And then we did not know for sure until where it was going to go. We had some inclination that because of this bullish channel resistance, the point was made in November 2021. The touch point was made in November 2021. This allowed us to draw this resistance line, and we thought we would be able to reach it. We thought we would reach it, and that would have meant $500 a share. Okay, Tesla did not go as far as that. It stopped at 484.13. But what I'm talking about is that 360.65 was very useful to us. And it's looking like it is going to be useful to us also today and tomorrow. So we came back down. So from 484.13, we came back down to 360.65 last Friday. And Tesla could have bounced. Tesla could have bounced on it. It could have bounced on it. But we see it. We see today that it has not bounced on it. It closed below. So this is a sell signal right there. This is a sell signal. We were going sideways inside this downward triangle. And so Tesla is weaker. And right now, the next stop that we are looking at is 326.34. So this is where Tesla is heading. So if you want to buy some puts, that would be a good idea because this should be coming down, and puts will allow you to make money on the way down. This is what's happening with Tesla. We have no stochastic over 60. This is super weak. And if we look at the post-market right now, we are 1.75 down. So really, we are studying the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. And right now, it's the sellers that are in control. So let's not fight anything. Well, it's going to come back up. Yes, it's going to come back up. Yes, it's going to come back up. But I won't buy right now and take a move down until it starts to take a move up. I'm going to wait until it takes a move up, and I can make money on the way down. So why should I go long right now when it's going down, when I can buy a put to make money on the way down? And when it stops going down, we are going to see it. We don't know when this is going to happen, but we are going to see it. We are going to see it just as we saw this here. We saw that Tesla, again, I'm repeating myself because some people don't understand. Resistance at 360.65. We resisted. The sellers were selling enough that buyers did not have to chase higher. Sellers were selling enough until they stopped selling enough for the buyers that wanted a share, and the buyers had to climb, had to chase the sellers. That's a buy. Here we have the opposite. The sellers are chasing the buyers. They are chasing the buyers. So there's a change in equilibrium. They are chasing. The sellers are chasing. So this is why the price is going down. So this is a sell signal right there. You don't have to buy. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what's happening in terms of the tug of war. This is a significant event. Yes, of course, It could be reversing tonight because there's some great news that Tesla is going to slash the prices on their cars by 20%. So maybe this is going to help the stock. I'm just saying crazy things right here. So nothing is for sure, but the trend is telling us that sellers are chasing the buyers. They want to sell so much that the buyers can just ask for a lower price and they are getting it. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to understand a little bit more how this happened today. So the first hour of the day, we had super big moves. Super big move. The first hour, we went as low as 350.51, but then we closed back above 360.65. So on the 1 hour chart, we did not close lower than 360.65. On the second hour, cannot really say that we closed also on 360.65. We were still a little bit above. On the third hour, this is where we broke it. So if you wanted to get in on the 1 hour chart, this was the time to do it after that 11:30 candle. So if you entered after that 11:30 candle, then you are already in profit. So this is from trading from the 1 hour chart. You can choose to trade on the daily chart. You can choose to trade on the 1 hour chart. You can choose to trade on the 5-minute chart. You can choose to trade on the 1-minute chart, on the 15-minute, on the weekly chart, the monthly chart. You need to decide where you want to trade. So on the 1 hour chart, the entry was going to be at 12:30, and then boom, you are in profit. And you keep it as long as you keep it, but you are in profit. So if you did not enter on the 1 hour chart, then it's still okay on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, this is our first candle closing lower than 360.65. This is what's happening. If you go on the 1 hour chart, you take the first candle that closes above or below the threshold. On the daily chart, it's the same thing. The first candle above or below the threshold. So this is the first candle below that closed below 360.65 on the daily chart. So then, boom, you can enter right now and hopefully, nothing's for sure, but hopefully we are going to get back down to 326. As I said last week, on 326.34, we have a nice support right here, and we have also our diagonal bullish channel support. So we have two supports. So we should be able to bounce on it. I don't know if we will, and nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we are going to watch it. If we see the candles do this, we are going to conclude, okay, well, there's another sell signal right here, maybe. And then at some point, the candles are going to go back up and we are going to see it. We don't need to predict when this is going to happen, but we just need to recognize what we should be looking for. And we should be looking for a horizontal resistance at some point, and then a break of that horizontal resistance to get back in again. I don't believe in buying on support that much, because who knows if this is going to be support or if we are going to go through lower. When we are into a congestion zone, when we are into something like this and it's zigzagging like this, okay, we can buy on support and that's not too bad. But when we are falling down like this, there is no guarantee that any support is going to serve as a bounce. So it's better to just let it happen and then let it form a good congestion zone. And then once we break that resistance, then we can get back in. So this is my way of doing things. You can have a different strategy. I am here to do the lines, but we can choose different strategies to perform on those lines. So you are responsible for the strategies that you want to do. I can suggest some, but my job here is to do the lines. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So VIX continuing down, 0.75, 4.53% down. We closed at 1580. We love this. The lower we are with the VIX, the higher the stock market should be going. Bonds, not too bad, up 0.09%. We can live with that. We are still into this downward trend. We are looking at trends. This is still the trend. Until we break that line, we are still into a downtrend. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. So Dow Jones, okay day, 0.38% up. We are still into a bullish trend. We are above that line, below that line. This is the trend. At the same time, we have another trend, congestion zone going sideways between these two lines. So we are stuck here. And if we have a break here, this is going to be another buy on Dow Jones. S&P 500, well, this one is not looking as good. This one is into a downward trend. It's going down. NASDAQ overall, we are into a bullish trend. This is the big bullish trend. We were into a smaller, shorter term bullish trend that we got outside of. That's a little bit more sad. Right now, we are pretty much undecided, going up, going down. It's kind of going sideways. We have these resistance that we are still above, so it's not too bad. But basically, this is going sideways. And Russell, the small caps, we were going down. We are no longer going down. We are going sideways. Longer term, we are still going higher. Once we are going to break 23.25, we should get a nice impulse. And if we don't break it right now, then the impulse is not going to be there. So this is going to tell us that, well, we should not get into the small caps yet. Let's take a look at the market. Finance is getting hit today. Health technologies, pretty much lukewarm. Tesla is a sore thumb, minus 3%. Not doing extremely good, but overall, lots of green in black. In terms of economic data, we have Jerome Powell tomorrow. So watch this, because sometimes people interpret what he is saying in different manners, and that can give us a little bit of volatility. And also Wednesday early morning, 8:30, we are going to get the core inflation rate. So this is going to maybe impact a little bit the markets, and also a continuation of Powell's testimony. But after that, after Wednesday, we should have the coast a little bit more clear. Let's take a look at some Tesla news I have on my Discord server that you can join. So I don't know what's happening. Look at this. Nazi cars, Tesla dealership and Cybertrucks vandalized in Colorado. This is really getting out of hand. A Tesla dealership in northern Colorado was roped off by Loveland police on Friday after reports of vandalism. Photos and videos taken at the dealership showed several Cybertrucks and other Teslas with red paint across the windshields and broken glass in the lot. So as we know, Elon Musk has received a lot of flack. Critics of Doge also say that Musk, who runs SpaceX, which receives billions of dollars in government contracts, could be engaged in work through Doge that may pose conflicts of interest with his private businesses, such as potentially gaining access to data about competitors' federal contracts. So I think this is a legitimate concern, but there's a lot of resentment, and this is an example of that. Another one right here, Deport Musk. This is an article from Seeking Alpha. They are usually very negative on Tesla, so I won't go into this, but lots of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Lots and lots of it. Another one right here, Tesla car sales in China fall as competition heats up. So the company sold 63,000 units in January, which was down 11.5% from 71,000 cars sold in December. Q1 is almost always lower than Q4 in terms of sales. So I don't know if we should panic that much. Also, Tesla is offering a crazy supercharging incentive for those who choose to buy 2 vehicles. This is for Model X and S. With all these bad news, it just goes to show that it does not take much for people to stop buying a stock or even start selling it. People can do that for political reasons or for economic reasons. This is why drawing these lines is so important, because Tesla could be doing great as a company financially, but if people don't want to buy that stock and the price of the stock tanks because of it, we should know about it. And the way to know about it is to draw these lines to show the frontier during the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.